Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Richmond. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And guys with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Making side adjustments here. Quarterback keeper. Fighting off the defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quickly to the tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season?
And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. His speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive that it came. What a beautiful touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Notre Dame's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch... film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
That's caught. It's locked. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ends today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Taking it the other way.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Great place to start for this offense. On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. All wideouts, no backs. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Nice move there. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Here we go. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Those third downs are hard to execute. And when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder. But this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up.
He's going for the goal line. Rambles into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chumps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 10 over Georgia. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the right. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Fields. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches, taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Gives it on the option. Makes one man miss. Touchdown, Notre Dame! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running to Green. There he goes. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. He makes a catch. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's got more. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got makers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here in the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right
Oh, gotta do what?
He's got an open man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. And that
Breaks into the open. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw, it's Carr. They're working that left side. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Irish! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone.
Running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, so these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the left. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Got his man down the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
How about this? They go empty 5 wide on 2nd and 2. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Punts it out of the air. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his tight end. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Just a well-oiled offensive machine. They make the play, they get the spike, and now a chance to score before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. The 10, touchdown, Fighting Irish. And here they come, almost all the way back. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3.
Come on, Wingy. Oh, now you want to act like you're hurt, dude.
We'll take a break
Come
to check
on,
him
man.
out.
Come on, man.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down.
Pick.
Fires to the big fella. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one. This offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? This is a designed run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, almost lose.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Toss to the outside. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football game.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Hello,
Well,
man.
it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the air, it's Carr. Quick strike complete. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Gonna let it fly. He's got it
Come
on the
on,
outside.
Sean.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And another huge play in the passing game. Shades of Golden Tate or Will Fuller. That yards per catch can be off the charts.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that can go deep and make huge plays. I tell you what, this Notre Dame offense could be so great. If you continue to find that guy and he keeps putting up big numbers, everything else for this offense will open up and it will be so easy.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal.
Oh, dude just ran over a D lineman. Oh, shoot.
They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Who's that guy? Logan? You're done, bro. My D lineman got ran over by a running back. Benched.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is currently ahead on the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They're up by 4 over Georgia. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target.
Oh! Curtis Anderson out of Lynn English.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game.
Shit don't kick you out, bro.
Shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
You bugging.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Yeah.
He is going
My dude's never blocked.
Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
You gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
This one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He'll take it himself. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Bunch formation for these receivers. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw its car. Shoots it to the left. Oh! What a bad time for a mistake like that. Down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Yeah, this game. Ugh.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Might be calling a hot route.
Come on, Aaron. You got to get out there on the perimeter and run by dudes. Get out there fast and run by them. That's how Hernandez blocks.
Man, this is something they hang their hat on.
Oh,
you saw
boy.
last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Looking to the big tight end. And he's
Ain't none.
That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying your opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a... From inside the 50. And the ball's free deep in his own territory.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions. Big momentum play created.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making checks. Using his feet. Tick, 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 tick. Clock winding down, and they're in for the touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Gets it out fast.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
That's reeled in. It's locked. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
Oh yeah, coverage sack. Coverage sack, baby.
6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Another one. What's up?
He feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them.